how to brainwash yourself for success. It doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish in life. If you don't have the mindset for success in that area, there's no point even starting. So why do anything unless you know that you can be successful? Now, I'm not saying that you won't try something and figure out that it was the wrong thing. Some people call that failing. I call that eliminating something that doesn't work. I'm not saying that this is going to make you never have a roadblock again, but today I'm going to give you 4 steps to brainwash yourself for success that will improve your success rate in everything that you do. Business, personal, relationships, whatever. Okay, so if you want to be more successful in your life, stick around because I'm about to give you my 4 fail-safe steps to increase your success in all areas. But first, check and see if you're a subscriber here. And if you're not, become one by clicking that subscribe button. Go ahead and click that bell. It gives you notifications when you're here that we've dropped another video like this to help you live a more successful life. I'll be right back.
GILD Coaching, more success, less stress.
It doesn't matter if you're going to try to run a marathon or start a company or have a successful romance. If you don't have a mindset for success, you're not going to make it. And even if you do make it, you won't make it as successfully as you would have otherwise. Everything comes down to your mindset. My mentors, past and present, and anyone who mentors me in the future, they're all going to have a couple of things in common. And one of them is that they're going to understand that mindset is everything. And why do I have mentors? Because only people who are on the outside can see what we're not seeing. So that's what I'm doing for you right now. I'm helping you to see a little bit of what you're not seeing. Get a pen and paper ready, take some notes here. If you don't have the ability to grab a pen and paper, then open up the comment section here on YouTube because you can type with your thumbs and your notes will always be here for you to come back and review. When you take notes in any way, shape, or form, it helps to solidify your learning. It helps you to remember what's going on. It helps you to remember what you learned. Okay, you ready? Step number one, think. Think. You have to decide what you want to think. When you think that something bad is going to happen, do you ever notice that exactly what you thought happens? You're such a powerful manifester. Thinking and recognizing your thoughts, policing your thoughts, and directing your thoughts is step number 1. So how do you know if you're thinking the wrong thing? Well, it's pretty simple. If you'll get a journal and just spend a few days writing down self-talk items that you have. So I've been helping to coach my daughter's bowling team, not in bowling, but I've been helping to coach their team in mindset lately. I've been talking with the coach about it, a couple of different players about it, because these girls are really, really good at their sport. But a couple of them, the best ones, if they don't do it perfectly, then they just get really mad at themselves. You can see it in their body language. I just dropped a video a couple of weeks ago about how to be confident in your body language. You can see it. You're really angry, the facial expressions, like I know all of their tells, right? And so I can tell what they're thinking. And then when they do poorly on one shot, because nobody's perfect all the time, right? When they do poorly on one shot, if they get this negative thinking pattern, they're going to go downhill from there. Worse, 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 worse. It just gets worse. It's because of their thinking. Now, I did notice a couple of kids in a match. I just went to one of their matches yesterday. Really screwed up. Like they had a couple of their frames, couple of their turns that they did. You get 2 balls to a turn, 2 balls to a frame. A couple of them didn't knock a single bowling pin down. That's really bad in the middle of a match. They were going up against their rivals and they ended up beating them. But I believe it's because a couple of the best players who don't adopt a negative mindset didn't let those screw ups mess with their head. They said, okay, that was one thing. It doesn't mean that the rest of the game is going to be bad. And one of them came back and had the best game of her life, not just of the day, not just of the season, got a new high personal best score. How did she do it? She didn't let the gutter balls throw her off. She checked her thinking and she started to control it. So notice what your self-talk is, and the best way to do that is through journaling. Number 2, affirmations. I used to have a really negative money mindset, and it's because that's what I was programmed to have. My mom programmed me for a negative money mindset. She had a really negative money mindset, and I kept hearing all of her statements my whole life. And so I had a negative money mindset, and I found myself in the same financial position that my parents were in. Day late, dollar short type of a thing, just enough to pay the bills. Well, I didn't want to live like that. So I actually hired a money mindset coach, and you know what? He kicked my butt, but it worked. And he taught me that positive affirmations, this was a huge part of our time together, was developing positive affirmations. And it's one reason that here on GILD Coaching's YouTube channel, we have lots of affirmation videos. There's a whole playlist of videos and recorded meditation sessions. Go there. Get it. My favorite one is a pretty long recording of my favorite affirmation. Everything is always working out for me. Everything's always working out for me. Some people will say, that's not true. Okay, it's true for me. It might not be true for you, but it's only not true for you because you believe it's not true for you. Go there. Make that part of your morning routine. Play it every single day. Play it until you believe it. If your issue is like my issue was, you can have my very favorite money mindset affirmation. Go to that playlist. You'll find it. It's the money and abundance mindset affirmation. I'm so happy and grateful now that money flows to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I listened to a 2-hour reel of that recording every day for 5 years. Did it take me 5 years to believe it? No, it took me about 90 days to believe it. So why did I keep listening to it? Because it works. So I recorded it for you. And you know how long it is? It's 2 hours. And do you know what I listen to now? My own voice saying it, which makes me believe it even more. You can play affirmations. When you hear something over and over and over and over and over again, it's how to get through to that stubborn subconscious mind that you have by repeating, because the only things that are within our comfort zone are things that are familiar and repeated. So you can brainwash yourself through affirmations, and that's step number 2. Step number 3, watch your words. Speaking is so powerful. You can only speak what you've already thought, and you can only think what you truly believe, what you have affirmed for yourself. So watch your words. If you say, oh, I'm not good at that, I promise you, you're not good at that. But if you say, you know what, that time wasn't that great, but I can be good at this. Oh, wow. I'm getting better. Look how far I've come. Watch the words that you use. Never speak in a negative. A long time ago, years ago, someone who I worked for was walking around the office during flu season, and a lot of people were sick. They were out with the flu, and I didn't want to get the flu. And I said, oh, I'm not gonna get the flu. I'm not gonna get the flu. I'm just not. And he said, don't say it like that. And I was like, what? That's positive. He's like, no, it's not. That was a negative statement. I'm not gonna get what I don't want. Don't even say that. Instead, think about what you do want. What did I actually want in that moment? I didn't want to not get the flu. I wanted to be strong and healthy with no interruptions. So I didn't even recognize, honor, or bring into my existence the energy of the flu by thinking it and speaking it as an affirmation. So instead, I shifted my thinking and my speaking to say, I'm strong and I'm healthy. I'm strong and I'm healthy. I'm strong and I'm healthy. Watch your words. And then number 4, you have to get into action. Think it, affirm it, speak it, and then do it. Do it. You're not going to get anywhere without doing it. And you know what? Sometimes doing it can be scary, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared, but you have to get into attraction. Because like I always say, there's action and attraction. Don't believe me? Write down the word attraction and you'll see action right there in the middle. Those are my 4 fail-safe ways to brainwash yourself to being successful. If this video was of help to you, give me a thumbs up. And if you didn't already when I asked you before, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you will be part of our family and you'll get notifications the next time we drop a video like this so that you live a happier and more successful life. See you next time.